Welcome back, Nick Lenz, Comic Corner Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 949 and Doubleshot number 843. This one covering the first two volumes of All New Wolverine. Let's first start with the first volume, Four Sisters, written by Tom Taylor, who would write this entire series. With artwork by, and there's a few different artists, actually two different artists. You have David Lopez and David Narat. Yep. The cover is done by a guy named Bengal. Yep. This simply put, with this collects the first 6 issues of this 35-issue run. Yeah, the book has since been ended. Yes, this book is a story known as the Four Sisters, which you can also call this particular arc. Laura teams up with various superheroes to find a cure for one of the sisters. Yep. Teams up with Doctor Strange. Interesting, she teams up with him. Also teams up with the Wasp in her first appearance since Access. As for how she got this facility, no idea. Yeah, though it's mainly ties with how it was on Doctor Strange. The first couple issues, I guess, are appearance by the past version of Archangel. Yep, he shows up in here. And let's see, who else shows up in here? I think who else. There was one other superhero shows up in here aside from, well, the Wasp and Doctor Strange, which I think was really good. Yeah, and also they're taking out a group of people from Alchemax. Yes, a group of characters in the pages from 2099. Of course, this book did introduce a new character named Gabby, who pretty much becomes a supporting character up until current day. Yep, still a supporting character, though she later became her own superhero called Honey Badger. I'll get to that later storyline. Though for some reason, the trade I have has this weird thing of, apparently when they were making this trade, they apparently, look at this, they actually did not cut this properly at all. So some person, I'm not sure who did this, I don't think this person sold it to me. What about this one? No. They apparently decided to fold this page in just to make it look like this. Yeah, I've encountered a few trades like this, where some pages are simply put not cut properly, so they potentially end up like this. Though at the end of the storyline, this particular storyline, this new character Zelda, that's her name, she dies. Yep, and the other woman who's not Gabby, who's the other part of these sisters, she decides to leave and teams up with a woman named Chimera. I believe that's her name, right? Chimera. Yeah, she's actually from Laura's past. Yeah, Chimera. Yeah, though I should point out, though, after this storyline, she doesn't show up again until the third arc of this run, which I'm hoping to get that in the future. But and of course, we also have her, in case you're wondering, where does she live? Like, where does she have her, like, home? She actually has a home away from the X-Men. Yeah, she has an apartment that was basically, she inherited from her father, the original Wolverine. Yep. And of course, I love Doctor Strange's basically thing where he looks into Laura, and he points out that, yep, she's definitely Logan's daughter, and she's definitely the best fit to be the new Wolverine. Despite the fact Doc has tried, but Laura's basically the better choice. And I should point out, though, prior to the series coming out a few years ago, it seems that Marvel kept her stuck at around like 14, 15 years old. Here she's like 18, 19. I'm not sure. Like, did she get like a growth spur or something, or just call her age a few years? I'm not really sure what caused this. But this was a great start to this particular series. I know my friend Edgar, he loves this series. Yes. My friend Tivia, he likes the series too. And for some reason, after the series ended, I'm going to give this book a 9.5 out of 10. For some reason, once the series was over, took away the identity of Wolverine from her. Bullcrap on you, Mar, for doing that, because that was stupid. Really, really stupid. You basically threw away 3 years of character development that Tom Taylor basically put effort to do. And you throw it away because the original Wolverine was back. Yep. Alright, moving on to something quite interesting. Next we have All New Wolverine Volume 2, Civil War 2. Yep, it's the Civil War 2 tie-in to Civil War 2 for All New Wolverine. Yep, We have a different artist this time. Yep, we switched artists from David Lopez to, well, yeah, for pretty much, there's actually two different artists for this particular storyline for these issues. The first three issues done by Marco Tarracchia, and issues 10 through 12 are done by I.G. Guerrero. Yep. Though, in the case, the first few issues, that sets up the Civil War II tie-in issues. Yes, Laura is called by Maria Hill, the director of S.H.I.E.L.D., to find Old Man Logan. Yep, he apparently has gone missing, so send Laura after her. Okay. Send the Wolverine after her. I love the fact that they keep calling Wolverine because that's her code name, not freaking X-23. I still think it's really stupid. Marvel did it last year. Anyways, so she's brought to the helicarrier. Well, first, of course, before all that happened, she has a one-issue team up with Squirrel Girl. Yes, Squirrel Girl. Why not? Squirrel Girl. And they give the character Jonathan, the Wolverine, who becomes their pet, and he's still there. Even the current X-23 comic still has his character there. Yep. Though the joke is basically that Gabby calls him Jonathan Unstoppable. Yeah, this Wolverine is given to her by Squirrel Girl, and it's a mild follow-up to the previous storyline with the whole thing of Laura got a tracker system. Put it on a squirrel. Squirrel got hit with the blinds and a little boy. Release the squirrel. That was pretty much it. And there was some stuff basically a Squirrel Girl said to Tippy Toe. Yeah, Squirrel Girl can actually talk to squirrels. That's one of her abilities. Yeah, and I love Laura's basically line, which is like, I don't talk to Wolverines, but he's like, oh, it's just a good pet for you. Yep. And of course, then we have the whole thing with the Shield stuff, which I love the whole thing with Noodle, and somehow Maria Hill has. Now, at the end of that particular issue, Laura does give Squirrel Girl her number. Why not? They become good friends. As far as I know, she doesn't return after this. No, she doesn't. Not that I can think of. I don't think she returns to the series after this one issue, but it's great that we have a team up that's basically not related to a story arc like the way it was with last arc. And they find Old Man Logan in the belly of Fing Fang Foom. And we also have a guest star appearance by Iron Man and Captain Marvel. Though this is before they had the fight that basically put Tony Stark in a freaking coma for like a year. Yep. Let's see. Oh yeah, they find inside the Fing Fang Foom, which I got a city. They'll cause some damage to helicarrier. And yeah. And of course that leads into the Civil War II tie-in, which has Hydra Cap show up for some. Well, he says, "Oh yeah, we have Ulysses revealed that Gabby's gonna be killed by Logan." Yeah, and it turns out the reason why this happened was because Hydra Cap had to stick his nose in. Now here's something that has been called out frequently about the plot line of Civil War II, about this inhuman named Ulysses, who has these predictions, and apparently some people take him seriously to the point where people get arrested. Yeah, Laura calls bullcrap on that, and doesn't want to deal with it. Yeah, she calls bullcrap on Ulysses' nonsense, and she has nothing to do with Civil War II at all. In case you wonder what the heck happened to Ulysses after Civil War II, he went to space with the Beyonder. I'm not kidding. That's seriously what happened to him. He went to frickin' space. That was 3 years ago. No one's seen him since then. Yep. Though it's also revealed in here that Logan actually raised Laura in this apartment, and apparently there was some mistake. They never actually went to exactly what it was that apparently he knew who Gabby is, and apparently there's some kind of trouble thing where possibly Gabby took away Laura. It's never specifically revealed exactly what it is. But also another great. Yeah, having Old Man Logan show up, that was another brilliant stroke of genius by part of Tom Taylor. I mean, first having Squirrel Girl show up. I mean, yeah, you have Doctor Strange, which is fantastic, though that basically tied into a storyline. Wasp. I think the one character I kind of felt this though the series could live without was Hydra Cap. Yeah, didn't need to deal with his nonsense. But despite that, this is a really good storyline. Though it briefly also caused my friend Edgar to drop this series because he didn't like the fact that apparently Tom Taylor apparently killed off Gabby even though she's going to survive anyway. Because she revealed that, yep, she's got a healing factor, just like Laura does. Yep. Of Great storyline. 9.5 out of 10. I'm hoping to get my hands on the rest of the trades for this particular series because I love this series. Excuse me. It is by far, in my honest opinion, prior to ending last year, probably by far, and this is my honest opinion for this series, one of Marvel's top selling titles. Yep. I believe this one was one of their, like, in their top 10, along with titles like Doctor Strange. Yeah, that was basically one of the best books. I'm trying to think, what else one was really good besides this one and Doctor Strange? I believe Scarlet Witch was another really good series. Squadron Supreme, despite like both these books got canceled, 15 issues. But yes, at least Laura managed to last all this period of time, which was great. And I can't wait to get my hands on the next storyline because they remake something that's not been seen in years. I will talk about that when I get my hands on the Enemy of State storyline, which is an in-name sequel to the original Enemy of State storyline from the pages of Wolverine by Mark Millar back in 2000. I think it was 2003. I think it was. No. Yeah, I think it was. No, what was 2003? It was more like, I think it was 2005 this happened. Yeah, it was like a year-long storyline. Here was like six-issue storyline. Yep. But yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned tomorrow for at least currently one video planned for tomorrow, and that's actually two videos. Review the newest episode of JoJo's Adventures and the newest chapter of My Hero Academia. Yep. But until you see the next view. Bye.